welcome everyone to today's open-eyed meditation. And today's going to be a little bit different than normal meditation because we're going to have our eyes open instead of our eyes closed like normal. And so I purposely put myself off to the side here because I'm going to have everybody just looking straight ahead when you're meditating, because I really don't want this to be about me. I really want you to look straight ahead and really be in relationship with yourself. This is really about liberating your own life essence. And one of the great things about liberating your life essence is that you don't have to do anything to liberate your life essence. You're already doing it all the time. I just want us to take all of our distractions from our life and put them on ourselves and focus on that liberation. So we're not always focused on the symptom all the time, but focused on the solution. Okay? Any questions so far? All right, so just pick a spot, on the wall and just look straight ahead. And just start off taking a few deep breaths. So there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do. But be present with ourselves right here, right now. And it's really not about what we're looking at. I really want us to kind of turn down the volume on what we're looking at and really tune in with how we're feeling. And sometimes it helps to put your hand on your heart if you want. You can if you want to, you don't have to, but that sometimes helps us focus on ourselves. And I just want you to notice how you're feeling. And whether you're feeling good or bad or somewhere in between, that's totally fine. We're not here trying to cultivate good feelings, and we're not trying to chase away the old feelings either, or the uncomfortable feelings. We're just being present with whatever it is, however it is, as it is. So really, just taking a few moments like that is really what this practice is about. I know we're doing a 30-minute practice right now, but really the instruction I got from my teacher is short moments of liberating your life essence, repeated many times, becomes continuous. So we're just going to keep practicing these little moments of open-eyed presence with ourselves. And we're practicing in this controlled environment so that we can take this really simple practice out into our everyday lived experience. So while you're at work, while you're at a traffic light, while you're in the bathroom, I want you to just take a little time in with yourself. And a great way to tune in with yourself is to stop thinking just for a moment. So I want everyone to just stop thinking for a moment and notice what you notice. For me, I notice clarity, liberation, a presence that's always on, whether I'm thinking or not. And so right away, when we purposefully stop thinking, in just a few moments, the thoughts come right back. And so that's totally fine. This practice isn't about stopping thinking. We're just using that as a tool to tune in with life. Because we get so busy with our day and everything we got going on, we forget about how life is always healing us no matter what. So just take another deep breath, look straight ahead. Relax. So we're practicing with our eyes open. I know when everybody's looking straight ahead, there's lots of distractions outside the window. There's cars driving by and people walking by and all this activity. And I really want us to practice calming our nervous system even when there is activity and stimulation going on, because that's life. And yeah, we can go do a meditation where we go into a room and make it all quiet and close our eyes, and that's really great. I've done lots of those types of meditation over the years. And I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying add in open-eyed meditation into your everyday lived experience in addition to whatever kind of meditation class you might have going on. So I'm just going to be kind of narrating, talking throughout this half hour and just giving you a little support, some ideas of how to apply this and do this. But really, there's nothing more to share. I'm not offering some big technique that you need to apply. There's plenty of techniques out there on how to meditate and how to breathe. I just want you to simply take a moment with yourself and just breathe and be present without a bunch of techniques and things to do. If we were to cut our finger right now, our body would go to town healing it without us having to say anything. If we get sick, our immune system kicks in without us having to say, go to work. So we can see that life is always on and always present within us. But sometimes when we're so distracted with life, and especially when things get really stressful, all of our attention are on all of those things, and less energy is available to really heal ourselves and for your body to have the capacity and energy it needs to heal itself. So that's why I started offering this practice, is because so many people came in my chiropractic practice really stressed out, causing their spine to go out of alignment. I would adjust them, then they go get really stressed out and then come back. And so we find ourselves in this loop. And for some people, yeah, they fell down and injured their spine, and that's what knocked it out of alignment. But over my 20 years of experience, I found that stress is one of the biggest causes of people being out of alignment. And that's why I'm offering this class, and that's why I'm encouraging people to take some time out to really regulate your nervous system. Because when we're stressed, it causes a whole host of problems within our body. Take a few more deep breaths. Just be present right here, right now. If you feel bored and like we're not doing anything, good. Because you are doing so much, even when we're just sitting here doing nothing. Another little technique to help bring you into the moment is to tune in with all of your different senses. So as you're looking straight ahead right now and just breathing, take note of the temperature of the room. Take note of where your body is touching your chair. Notice the music that's playing. Notice your breath going in and out. Even if you don't forcefully or intentionally breathe, your body's breathing you without you having to say anything. This isn't about checking out and going somewhere else. This is about checking in with yourself. And you can check in with yourself when you're in the middle of a conversation with your partner. You can check in with yourself while you're at a business meeting. You can check in with yourself while you're giving a talk. You can check in with yourself anytime, anywhere. And I would really encourage you to take multiple little check-in times with yourself all throughout your day. Maybe today you remember to just do 5 more. And then tomorrow you do 10 more. And then the next day 15. And then before you know it, more and more of your day is filled with the permeation of life essence that's already there, We're just bringing it to the fore and bringing those solutions into our everyday lived experience. This is a great way to practice solution orientation. So much of our healthcare system is disease and symptom orientation. When we really tune in with ourselves and get quiet, a lot of the solutions to our healthcare needs come into our minds, and we get inspired and know just what to do and just how to do it. And we become active members in our own healthcare because we're being present and we're actively working towards strengthening our health and our vitality. If as you're sitting there, you start to feel uncomfortable in your body and comfortable in your chair, you're allowed to move. This isn't like some other practices where you have to sit in a lotus position and sit a certain way and breathe a certain way. You're allowed to move. It's not a staring contest. You don't have to keep your eyes exactly fixed on one spot. If you feel pain or discomfort, you can actually focus on that area and breathe into that area. Breathe space, breathe love into that discomfort you may be feeling, and be present with it. Rather than trying to chase that uncomfortable feeling out of your energy field, you can just be present with it. And often when you're truly, authentically present with whatever may be uncomfortable in your body, it spontaneously dissolves. There's no specific way to breathe for this practice, but one way I like to breathe is in through my nose and out through my mouth. And I like to fill the bottom part of my lungs first. Fill the belly. And then you can fill the top half of the lungs, the belly, the lungs, and then the very top. And then as you exhale, exhaling out the top, out the chest, out the belly, squeeze it all out. Then you can squeeze it all the way out and hold it out. And then breathe in. Hold it at the top of your inhale, just for a moment. Breathe it all the way out. Force it all the way out. Hold it. Do a few breaths like that. Breathe all the way in. Hold it at the top of your inhale. Breathe all the way out. Hold it at the bottom of the exhale. Do a few breaths like that. If you want to add a little bit more, you can add a 4 count into it. Breathing in for a beat of 4, holding it in for a count of 4, blowing it out for a count of 4, holding it out for a count of 4. Those are just little extra details you can add in. But like I said before, you can just breathe normally, however is comfortable for you. It's also a little add-in. You can also add in intentions. May I love myself more today than ever before. May the love and light and life I am inspire me about new ways to be healthy, vibrant, and loved. May this practice help me to feel soothed. May it help me to really tune in with the natural, innate love and life that I am, so that when I take a few deep breaths, I can really be soothed and supported and loved like all the great religions talk about. And you're allowed to close your eyes if you want. You can close your eyes if you want. Just take a moment. This practice is going to be different for everyone because we're all so different. The important part is taking this out into your everyday lived experience and being present no matter where you are, in traffic, at work, in relationship, walking in nature, anytime, anywhere. All right, everyone, we're gonna start to bring it to a close. Let's take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths. Thank you for taking time out today to liberate your life essence. It feels so good for us to liberate our life essence together, and to come together in that same vibration and radiate that out into our community and into our world and into our cosmos, so that we can really be a blessing force for not only ourselves, but for everyone else. So thank you so much. I'll open it up to some questions now. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.